La Liga giants Real Madrid are considering a bid to sign a world-class Chelsea player who could be allowed to leave for a slashed asking price. Chelsea prepare for Heidenheim after 2-1 win over Leicester City. Enzo Maresca made the perfect start to Premier League football's resumption last weekend, beating former club Leicester City 2-1 at the King Power Stadium, a result which cost his successor Steve Cooper his job. Goals from Nicholas Jackson and Enzo Fernandez were enough to clinch all 3 points for the West Londoners, handing Chelsea their first top flight win since a 2-1 win over Newcastle United at Stamford Bridge in late October. Top 4 rivals Aston Villa await them next in the league, but before returning to home turf, Chelsea must get past Bundesliga side Heidenheim in the Europa Conference League on Thursday afternoon. Chelsea traveled to Germany without right-back Reece James, who is set to undergo a scan on his latest hamstring injury this week to find out the extent of his issue. The £250,000 per week England international's fitness woes have been ongoing for quite some time, with James recently returning from a hamstring problem against Liverpool in late October, only to pick up another problem, which ruled him out of the air win over Leicester. The Chelsea captain has been a sore miss, with the likes of Malo Gusto and Axel Disasi filling in for him when unavailable this season. His fitness record is beginning to become a real problem, but that hasn't stopped Real from being linked with James over the course of this past year. Give Me Sport reporter Dean Jones, speaking earlier this year, tipped James to join Real if he can maintain a consistent run in the team and rediscover his best form. He's made his comeback and he's back in the team, but can we see the real Reece James for a long period of time? If we do, then he will end up at Real Madrid, said Jones. Genuinely, they've wanted him for 2 or 3 years if he could become the man he could become, but he's had setback after setback. He's so good, and if he starts the last game of the season, then he's fit for selection in Gareth Southgate's eyes. I don't know, I think there's a huge temptation to take him. Real Madrid considering Reece James' bid as Chelsea price slashed. According to the Boot Room, regardless of his torrid record when it comes to being fit, it is believed Real Madrid have looked at making an offer for James, which could be around £20 million, as Chelsea consider letting him leave for a vastly reduced fee. Contracted until 2028 and on huge wages, Blueco apparently have a real decision to make in regard to James' future at Cobham. And this situation is something Real could look to take advantage of in their search for a long-term Dani Carvajal heir. There is little denying that, on his day, the 24-year-old is world-class, as put by ex-Chelsea boss Graham Potter. But the major elephant in the room is James' ability to maintain a consistent run of games.